New twist in a story we've been closely following here on CBS Mornings, a surge in so-called romance scams. According to the FBI, there's a major new category of these scams, crypto dating scams, where fraudsters convince people to put their money into fake cryptocurrency investments. The analytics firm Chain Analysis says more than $7.7 billion was stolen in cryptocurrency fraud worldwide in 2021. Our consumer investigative correspondent, Anna Werner, shows us just how devastating those scams can truly be.
I think the biggest thing that I will be sad about is not being able to share anything with her.
24-year-old Nicole Hutchinson lost her mother, Cynthia, in February 2020.
Any memories or experiences.
After her death, Hutchinson inherited her mother's house, which she sold, splitting the proceeds with her father, $280,000 each. Money, she says, to help pay for her 94-year-old grandmother's assisted living and help her and her dad.
That was going to be our launch pad for him to retire easily and for me to start my life.
A new life in California, and to start meeting people there, she joined the dating site Hinge. She says she soon met a man named Hal, and they became friends.
He started asking questions about my family and my past experiences.
It was a connection that felt even stronger, she says, when he told her he came from the same town in China from where Hutchinson was adopted.
We kind of bonded over that.
Soon, she says, he was telling her about one of his hobbies, cryptocurrency investing, and he suggested she too could invest.
I'm like, I've never invested in my life. I don't know anything about cryptocurrency either, so I was very skeptical.
Not to worry, he said in a text, this is my field. I can be your teacher. First, he told her to create an account on a legitimate site, crypto.com. Then he sent her a link and told her to transfer money there to what he said was a cryptocurrency exchange platform. She started small, but says soon she was investing larger amounts, $26,000, $49,000, $73,000.
He just kept saying things of like, look at this money that can help support your family. Obviously, that's what I've wanted to do.
When her account began showing profits, she suggested to her father that he invest too, so he did. By December, their accounts showed a combined balance of $1.2 million, and Hutchinson decided it was time to cash out. That's when the site told her before she could withdraw her money, she'd have to pay a hefty tax bill of roughly $380,000.
That's when I was like, something's not right.
It wasn't. The cryptocurrency investments weren't real. All her and her father's funds had gone into the scammers' pockets. In all, $390,000 stolen.
I messed up my life. I messed up my dad's life.
She told me that it was all a scam.
Hutchinson's father, Melvin.
And all I could do was just hug her and tell her, it's okay. It's okay. And it was hard. It was hard because we lost everything.
They're not alone. A new report finds just in 2021, cryptocurrency scam victims lost more than $7.7 billion.
Anybody that's really trying hard to get you to invest in cryptocurrencies has a motive.
Rich Sanders investigates cryptocurrency scams as co-founder of company Cypherblade. We asked him to look at Nicole Hutchinson's transactions to see how she was scammed.
This does seem to be what's commonly referred to as a pig butchering scam.
That's right. It's called a pig butchering scam, where scammers patiently work their victims before moving in for the kill.
The name really comes from the fattening up before the slaughter.
In Hutchinson's case, he found her money started in those legitimate cryptocurrency accounts. But the links the crooks told her to transfer the money to were actually digital wallets belonging to the scammers. And his firm traced other money going to those fake addresses too, likely, he says, from other victims.
It is easily a 10+ million figure amount.
So you're saying conservatively, they've scammed at least $10 million in your estimation?
Absolutely.
Money, he says, likely went to an organized ring of scammers operating out of Asia who prey on inexperienced victims.
I think he really played off that I was naive and not knowing anything about crypto and taking that and running with it.
Hutchinson and her father are now living in his RV.
I just hope others don't have to fall for it. So if me sharing the story helps that, then I'm so grateful.
As for the scammer, her father says,
I hope that there is some justice in life, and he reaps his.
We don't know who the scammer or scammers were, of course, and that legitimate site crypto.com warns consumers to take steps to try to be sure that any accounts they're moving money into are legitimate. Now, the company says it takes a proactive approach to threats and immediately takes down any wallets online linked to a scam. That dating site Hinge also told us it takes fraud very seriously and has trained content moderators out looking for this sort of stuff. But, Nate, it's really consumer beware. You have to be very careful.
Anna, I don't know everything about crypto, but I do know that money can disappear and it can be lost forever. Is there a chance for her and her father to get their money back?
It's not looking very hopeful for them to get any of that money back. She has reported this to the police. She even hired a private detective to look into it. But what the experts will tell you is that typically once the money is out of your control and into the scammer's control, it's gone. In fact, when we had the experts look at her transactions, they actually looked at associated transactions as well, and they think tied to these scammers, literally they found over $20 million lost.
Mind-blowing. Anna, thank you so much. This is a valuable story because crypto is so hot right now, and everybody wants to get involved because they have a fear of missing out.
They think, I don't want to be left behind for something that seems so lucrative. But you could see where she would fall for it because you see in your balance, it's growing. So you think,
which was a fake account.
Which was a fake account.
But if you see $1.2 million, you're like, Dad, come on, we got to invest.
Crypto feels so technical that you're grateful that this friend, quote unquote, is helping you, guiding you through it and everything. Very clever of the fraudster to say he was from the very same village she's from in China.
Playing on those emotions.
Playing those games.
My only advice
say something?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I would just say checks and balances. You know, if like you said, if something seems too good to be true, it probably is. But if you have multiple people with multiple levels of expertise checking on your investments, then maybe somebody could say, wait a minute, there's 1, 2, 3, maybe even 4 red flags. Do not do this.
I just want to say kudos to Dad, because I don't know many fathers who would respond the way he did to say, look, it's going to be okay, we'll be all right. A lot of people would be very angry at her and be certainly very angry.
He responded with a hug. That's an amazing thing.
Yes, I know. I think that's
And I think situations like this are what GoFundMes are really for. So hopefully people can band together and help them get back on their feet. That was a great story.